Hey everybody, it's Brian. You know what drives me crazy at the beginning of a podcast? When a podcaster comes on and apologizes for the future audio quality of their show. So of course, here I am doing that exact same thing. When recording this very funny episode of The Commercial Break, I didn't realize I had turned off a setting on my microphone, leaving my voice to the whims of the audio processor inside of our board. I would never send you anything of shitty quality, so know that this just happens every once in a blue moon, but you may hear my voice fade out a little bit if I move away from the microphone. I apologize in advance for any drama this may cause you, and trust me, I've given myself sufficient punishment. So now that I've taken myself to the river, let's take you to the next brand new episode of The Commercial Break. Enjoy.
On this episode of The Commercial Break.
Oh look, it's my computer. It's telling me it's time to fuel up. That's my rocket computer. I gotta go fill up now, girl. So yeah, PayPal me. It's cool. Friends and family, I don't want to pay those high fees.
I show up with 10 beautiful women. I can't get into the club. This dude comes with a dirty hat that smells like Nico, and he gets in right away? Really?
To the front of the line, sir.
Sir, your LBH this way, please. Stand back, ladies. LBH coming your way. Look out. It's pungent. It's pungent. It smells like blue cheese fondue. Right this way. Oh. Weird.
Because if you put your lips on me, I'm sure we can make some sweet music together.
Because if you blow my dick trumpet.
The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Oh yeah, welcome back, cats and kittens, to another episode of The Commercial Break. I'm Brian Green. This is my dear friend and co-host, Kristen Joy Hoadley. Best to you, Chrissy.
Best to you, Brian.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. How the hell are you? Thanks for joining us on yet another episode of this, The Commercial Break. It's not for everyone, but fact, news, or fiction is guaranteed in 15 seconds or less, or your money back guaranteed. Go to the brand new, not so new, almost new, used to be new, tcbpodcast.com website to collect your earnings.
Oh, let's rock it.
Yeah, let's rock it.
The hits keep coming.
Oh my God, this is breaking news. I got to talk about this. I'm just reading this right now. Woman scammed by Russian astronaut who claimed to need the money to return to Earth.
Wow.
From Vice News, the man claimed he needed the money to pay for landing fees once on Earth and a rocket to actually fly.
My God. I mean, the scams just keep getting better. Wow.
It's too easy. It's like taking big candy from a baby.
Jeez.
A man claiming to be a Russian astronaut in space allegedly scammed a Japanese woman into paying for his return trip to Earth, vowing to marry her once he landed. The man found the 65-year-old unnamed victim on Instagram in June. On his profile, he uploaded random photos of space and said he worked at the International Space Station, where astronauts have limited access to cell service. Their relationship quickly escalated.
Oh, yeah.
Online, a Japanese messaging app, he repeatedly said he loved her and proposed marriage. He sent messages like, I want to start my life in Japan. Saying this 1,000 times wouldn't be enough, but I'll keep saying it. I love you.
Oh, my Lord.
But to actually tie the knot, he said he needed the money to return to Earth where the landing fees were expensive. And he had to land in Japan and the cost of the rocket to actually fly back to the country. Believing the man would be her future fiance, he paid him about 4.4 million yen. That's about $30,000 in 5 installments from August 19th to September 5th. But when his demands continued, the woman grew suspicious of his intent and reported him to police, who are investigating the case as a romance scam. Romance scams are when a criminal creates we know what that is.
Yeah.
Though Japanese police do not collect data on specific to romance scams, the number of fraud cases, which includes romance scams, rose from 8,963 to almost 14,000 in 2012 to almost 14,000 over the 10-year period.
The
wow.
old romance scam.
Unbelievable. The old I'm an astronaut, got to fly home scam.
Yeah, that's escalating it from the Nigerian prince that's in jail.
That's right.
And needs to get out.
Hey, girl. It's me, Carl. Listen, I'm stuck in Mars. And, I'm trying to get closer to the Lord up here. And it's really hard to find rocket fuel, but they got a station a couple miles away, and if I could just get a brand new rover so I could get over there, and then I'll fill up my rocket with juice, if you know what I mean. And if you want to watch me fill up my rocket with juice, I'll show that to you later. You know what I'm saying, girl? I need about $14 million to get back to Earth. Take me about 120 days. But it's all for the Lord, girl. It's all for the glory. Victory V.
Victory V.
When you look up at those stars tonight and you see that little white, little shining star, that's me. I'm blinking my lights to you, girl. Oh, look, it's my computer. It's telling me it's time to fuel up. That's my rocket computer. I gotta go fill up now, girl. So, yeah, PayPal me. It's cool. Friends and family, I don't want to pay those high fees. Sorry, girl.
That was a good one.
All right. I gotta go drain my rocket so I can fill it back up. So send me those photographs you promised, girl. All right. Talk to you soon. Carl out. Carl from Mars out.
Carl from Mars.
I'm a little closer to the Lord up here. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
Oh, the old I'm an astronaut need to get home scam.
Yeah.
It's been running around the country like wildfire.
Poor
Poor lady. 65 years old, all by herself.
I know.
In Japan. She just wants a boyfriend. That's all she wants. Everyone just wants to be loved.
Everyone just wants to be loved.
You find that special someone and they're 7.5 million miles away.
They just need to get home.
Yeah.
If not, you're stuck in space.
What do you do if you ain't got the money to get back? It's like getting stuck in Spain on a year off of college. I mean, you got to get back home. What do you do? Can't call mom and dad.
Or the International Space
I'm
Community.
sorry, I'm here in the International Russian Space Station, and Putin won't bring me back. I need extra change to get home. And if you don't mind, send rockets too, because I forgot that also. I lost the keys to my current rocket. I'm going to need a new one. Oh my God. Some people, man. Some people.
Whoa.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty ingenious on that scammer's part, because that totally makes sense as to why you can't talk to him.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah.
if you were apt to believe
Right.
that you indeed did have to pay for your own return trip home from the International Space Station and get a rocket to do so, and it only cost $30,000, well, then,
Those were landing fees.
Yeah, those are landing fees. Landing fees. Where do you land? What are you're like in a parking lot, like a valet parking lot? Hey, man, you can't park that rocket here. Get that shit out of here. You got to cash at me, bro. Cash at me.
I'm glad you reported it, because a lot of people are too embarrassed to report it.
Yeah, I mean, at least
because people will laugh, and that's exactly what we just
I know. Luckily, she's unnamed. I'm not actually making fun of someone I know.
No.
But I mean, listen, this happens all the time.
Oh, there's so many stories.
Speaking of like technology that is so silly it's never going to come to fruition, like the rocket that brings you home from Mars. I was reading an interesting article on, I think it was Wired or New York Times. Self-driving cars.
Yeah.
All the rage. Mm-hmm. Or was all the rage for a long time. Everybody thought this is the new thing. We're getting into a new era. Pretty soon, no one's going to be driving. It's going to cause less accidents. People are just going to be hands-free. It'll get you from one place to the other without, you basically press a button and there you go. Off you go.
Bing.
Yeah. Bing. I'm going to the office. And then you fall asleep for the next half hour, right?
Yeah.
You get that extra nap in. And because everybody else has a self-driving car, they're all communicating
Right.
at all times and making sure that everyone's safe. And if you've ever been in a Tesla, I got for the first time ever, I drove in an actual Tesla, a new Tesla, in Denver. I took one home from the airport.
Oh,
now,
fun.
so they, they had an option on the Uber app. It said, would you like to get a Tesla for like an extra $5?
You're like, yeah.
Extra leg room, all this other stuff. I was like, yeah, okay. Why not? I'll do that. I get in the Tesla and they have that huge screen in the Tesla.
It's like a spaceship.
It's like a spaceship. It really is. It's got like none of the buttons you would normally see in a car. I mean, listen, you've seen a Tesla. Go Google it. But they have this screen, and as we're driving down the street, skeet. As I'm driving down the street, I'm looking at the screen, and it's like a Google Maps. But on the Google Maps, it is actually like a point of view Google Maps. So as you're driving down the road, it's showing you in Google Map format, not like actual photo, not like a video, but it's showing you what's coming around, and it's identifying the cars that are driving around you. Oh. So it's identifying this as a truck, and it shows up as a truck, this as a sedan, and it's like highly advanced that it's identifying these cars that are all around you, and it's always keeping track of the position of the other cars, making it seem like driving is a lot more complicated than it actually is. Mm-hmm. Well, the reality for self-driving cars is that they're likely never going to be a thing. And I was reading this in whatever article I was reading. It's a long article about how incredibly complicated it actually is to drive a car. And if you ever met my mother, then you'll know that. But
yeah.
She's
I just dropped my car off to get fixed this morning.
Chrissy hit a curb, hit a pole,
hit the curb,
hit a stop sign.
I hit the curb,
hit a curb.
The curb at the Publix parking
lot. So they were explaining about how while all of this promise around self-driving technology was there a couple of years ago, the reality for most engineers who work on these type of programs is it is almost impossible to identify all the 1.5 million X factors that might happen driving.
Yeah.
Like they were giving the example, what if there's pigeons that are sitting in the road as you're driving down the street? Now you and I, and there's a line of traffic behind you. You and I would know that the pigeons will move out of the way once you get close enough. Likely, right?
Right,
but the car doesn't identify that.
It would stop.
Now you could put that car in the same situation 1 million different times, but the birds may fly in a different pattern 1,000,001 different times in 1 million different one configurations. And the car is really just learning. Like it's not, when they say deep learning, it's not learning how to there's a pigeon. It could fly like this. It could fly like that. It's just memorizing what happened the last time. So the big problem with the self-driving cars right now is what they call an unprotected left turn, like getting out in the middle of the lane and then taking a left turn when you don't see any traffic. It's like impossible for a self-driving car to figure that out, and incredibly dangerous for someone to try and do. So they don't do them. So that's just not one. That's just a thing that those cars don't do.
They can't make a left turn?
No, they can't make left turns. That's the truth.
Okay.
Yes. They are unable to make left turns, and unprotected left turns, certainly, when you have to cross through a lane of traffic that's either coming, because they don't understand the way in which.
Yeah, and then what about those stoplights too? Or what about if the traffic light was out?
Yeah.
And it's,
forget about
red
it.
light.
That causes my brain to go crazy.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm like, who got here first?
Fuck,
what?
yeah. Well, we're all here.
Piedmont and Peachtree, that happened one time with me. I was like, what the? There's 6 lanes.
You don't know what to
on
do.
Each side.
Yeah.
Like people are going.
You just kind of inch. Yeah, you just kind of inch out until you realize no one else is going.
Later on that day, my Citizen app told me, wreck. There was a wreck there. I was like,
wreck right at, because that is a really complicated thing to navigate. And a self-driving car is likely not in our lifetime going to figure out how to do that. There needs to be some kind of breakthrough in computer learning before we're going to have that. So here I was all excited about, hey, maybe I'll get a Tesla. Maybe, when the commercial break gets to episode number 7,062, this fucking stupid show, we'll make enough money that I'll be able to, get a new car like a Tesla or something.
Yeah.
And it'll drive me around town.
Yeah.
It's not going to drive me around town. It can only drive you in certain situations, like when you only have to stay in one lane. That's it. Like down the highway, right?
Like cruise control?
Yeah, like cruise control. Exactly. Like cruise control for your steering wheel. But otherwise, we're all fucked. It's never coming.
Yeah,
it's like flying cars.
When we hit that 7,000th episode, I'm getting a personal driver.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
We talked about this one time. Is that we should have like
I want a personal driver and a personal chef.
Yeah,
those
personal
two
driver,
things.
Couple chef. I don't want a plane. I'll be happy to timeshare with a plane. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm happy to get one of those old beat up clunkers and put a big couple TCB stickers on there. Did you see it? It's like the stickers are all
like
wrinkled
the old
and
Rolling
sideways.
Stone plane.
Oh yeah,
from the 70s.
Older than that, like something Howard Hughes would fly around.
Okay.
The Spruce Goose. And then you just like
the Wright brothers.
Yeah, the Wright brothers. I saw a model of that plane, and and it had the guy on top of it. One of the Wright brothers, and I was like, God, this is a death trap. Why would you ever agree to do that? And in which Wright brother? Like, did they flip a coin to do that? What was it? Orville and Redenbaucher?
Yes.
Orville and Redenbaucher, right?
And Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders. Hey, you get on that thing and you fly, and I'm going to stay here and make some popcorn and watch you. And if we can figure out the plane, we'll make planes. And if we can't, we'll pop popcorn.
Yeah, you'll die.
Orville. Yeah, you'll die. But you're my fourth brother to die this year, so don't worry about it. Back then, it was
It's
like
like
people were
Huckleberry
expendable.
on
Yeah, and
Monster
Huckleberry's old enough to remember a time when people just died. That's just what happened. They died all the time. It's just cholera, syphilis. I was watching a video.
Dysentery.
Back in the day, there was the doctors, when, before like modern medicine, the doctors would often perform a lot of the experiments on themselves, which was like a highly unintelligent thing to do. But I guess our brain power wasn't so much back then. And so one of the doctors who is credited with kind of fucking up an entire generation of STD knowledge is a doctor who thought that syphilis and gonorrhea were the same thing. That gonorrhea was a precursor to syphilis. They were the same disease, but if you had gonorrhea, then you were going to get syphilis eventually, right? And now syphilis is a highly dangerous disease that can kill you.
And make you go crazy.
Make you go crazy. That's what happened to Capone. And so he decided that he was going to test himself by injecting himself with gonorrhea. And then he would figure out how it progressed, and then he would be able to, figure out a cure. So this doctor, he takes a sample from a person who has gonorrhea, but unbeknownst to him, the person also has syphilis. And because he thinks gonorrhea and syphilis are the same thing, he thinks no big deal. We'll just have, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. What am I worried about, right? So he injects himself with it, and he gets gonorrhea and syphilis and lets it go too long. Like, now he can't treat it. And so, but for years, people thought his research was correct on this. And so they just went around treating gonorrhea. Trial and error. Error. Orville and Redenbaucher, trial and error.
Error, honey.
Error.
Trial and error.
I thought this was so fascinating. I'm like, why? In what? I don't know what my brain would have been thinking back then, because I wasn't around in 1812. Yeah, I would have been bored.
Yeah. I mean, what was there?
If you take me and you put me back to 1812. And
there's no electricity.
Hey, where can I charge my iPhone?
Yeah.
An iPhone? What's that?
No.
It's one of those things you hold in your hand and you make a call. Space alien. I don't know about all that technology shit. But if you want to, come over here and I'll inject you with some gonorrhea.
Yeah.
5 shillings. If 5 shillings to take my test on gonorrhea. But they also used that bloodlettings and stuff like that. Like they thought bloodletting would cure things.
Yeah, they did. Leeches.
Yeah, maybe I'll try that on Nico. Good old bloodletting. Hey Nico, come here. Let's get you a good old bloodletting.
Oh, Nico.
Speaking of things way back when, Chrissy, there was a time about 3,000 episodes ago. It seems like now, when you and I reviewed a British dating show called Blind Date.
I remember
And we had
this.
such a good time with this. Remember the beautiful woman that showed up?
Yeah, that's what I remember from it.
There was the butcher, and there was the
candlestick
maker.
The baker.
The baker and the candlestick maker. This television show has been around forever. As a matter of fact, I think it still might be on today. It's a BBC television show. It has been hosted by the same woman forever and ever. She was like 100 years old when it started, and I don't know how old she is now, but she's 180 now. I'm sure of it.
Modern medicine.
But it basically works like our the dating game used to work here, this is called Blind Date, but it works like our dating game was. You have one person, man or woman, on one side of the curtain, and then on the other side of the curtain, 3 eligible singles of the opposite sex. And then they ask each other questions, but they don't get to see each other or know their names. And then you decide who you're going to go on a date with. Now, in our version of the dating game, you would go out on a date and you would never hear from them again. Basically, they would get together at the end of the show and you would never see them again.
Yes.
But on the Blind Date version, they go on a week-long vacation with each other straight from the studio. They film it all and they come back and they talk about it. Can you imagine?
No.
Can you imagine?
No.
It's like the one time that I went on. Like
that's a relationship killer in some instances. And so, how do you start off with that?
Chrissy, you're going to know who I'm talking about when I say this.
I always know who
okay,
you're talking
about. Okay. All right. So we don't need to say it. But my second date with that woman, we got the ice storm of 2012.
Oh, I
Do you remember that?
Of course.
So we got stuck in an apartment, and she lived less than 2 miles away, but we got stuck in my apartment for 5 fucking days. Our second date, 5 days.
Wow.
We knew it was going to snow, but we thought it was going to snow at midnight or whatever. So we were watching a movie.
Ran out quick and got some booze.
We got some booze and we knocked some knickers, and then, By the time we got outside, there was like 5 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, you don't drive in any inches of snow. You just don't.
Yeah.
The whole town shuts down. This one was really bad.
Because it was all the ice. People were peeing on the side of the road. They were stuck in their cars.
I know. They
for
were right
like a
behind my
day.
apartment doing that.
Yeah.
We were actually brought them out water and stuff like that.
That's right. That was nice.
So my point is that was one of the most horrific experiences of my life. I continued to date that girl for like 2 years.
Yes, you did.
All right. Well, so you can imagine how a blind date, getting stuck with someone for a week directly after you meet them. And here's the crazy part about the blind date. You can only ask 3 questions of these people. 3 questions, and then you're stuck for a week with them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could have vacation out of it, but
That's true. But you might as well pull a name out of a hat. I mean, it doesn't even matter, honestly. It was too good last time. I thought, why not come back to it?
let's do it.
And let's see what's up. I'm doing a little bit of a newer version. That was like back in the 80s. Now we're going to go to the 90s.
Okay.
And check out Blind Date from the BBC. So, Chrissy, I was trolling on the internet,
As you do.
as I like to do. Hey everybody, it's that time in the commercial break when we take a short commercial break. You know the drill by now, so I'm not going to drag on. TCBpodcast.com is where you go if you want to watch any of the videos or listen to any of the audio of our entire library. Hit the Contact Us form and email us content ideas, questions, concerns, or comments. 661-237-8296. That's 661-BEST2YO. Send us a text message. It's not a spam text message line. We will reply. YouTube.com/the commercial break is where you find our video version. It's completely different than the audio version. Please hit subscribe and like on your favorite video. Make sure you use those specialized URLs and codes from our sponsors. They give you free shit, and we certainly would appreciate it. Rate us and review us on your favorite podcast player, and know that we're grateful for every one of you. Now, let's hear from those sponsors, and then we'll quickly be back to this episode of The Commercial Break. Hey everybody, gotta let you know about our sponsor, American Musical Supply. We're a musical household here at Casa de Green, and that means lots and lots of instruments laying around the house. Drums, guitars, piano, you name it, we've got it. And that's why I'm excited to partner with American Musical Supply, because they have everything our family will need for our growing musical appetites. American Musical Supply stocks the latest and greatest gear from today's top brands. Everything for beginner to seasoned professionals. Everything from the podcaster, that's me, to recording enthusiasts, that's me, guitarist, drummer, vocalist, DJ, and much more. All of it is me. And American Musical Supply has the best payment plans too. They approve more people, and they don't require me to open up a credit card. They just use the one I've got. So go to AmericanMusical.com and use the commercial break promo code TCB to receive $20 off your purchase of over $100. That's AmericanMusical.com and use the commercial break promo code TCB to receive $20 off that first purchase of over $100. We've been checking out the website, and I think the next purchase around this house is going to be a good pair of earplugs. AmericanMusical.com. Use the code TCB, and thanks to American Musical Supply for becoming a sponsor of The Commercial Break.
Are you struggling to lose weight and keep it off? Tired of wasting time and money on starvation diets that lead to more frustration and stress? If there was a weight loss solution that could actually work for you, would you try it? Then head to Golo.com.
I'm Steve. I lost 138 pounds in 9 months on Golo.
I'm Amber. I've lost 128 pounds with Golo.
If you're ready to take back control of your life, head to Golo.com now and see how Golo can work for you. That's Golo.com.
My sleep is way better. My inflammation has gone way down. Golo saved my life. I was way overweight. That's what sent me down the path. I wanted to make sure and live for my kid.
I have literally tried everything. I was on the verge of getting gastric bypass surgery, and I saw the Golo commercial, and it was the last thing I tried because it worked.
Join over 2 million people who found a better way to lose weight with Golo. Your healthier and happier life begins at Golo.com. That's Golo.com. Again, Golo.com.
And now we have a blind date from the 90s on the BBC. Let's take a listen and see what they're up to.
Come on, guys.
Okay, so what we have is we have 3 guys. They're going to meet one girl. They're all coming running out on the stage. One is daftly dressed. He's got a suit on. He looks like he looks like a professional businessman.
Right.
Professional.
What was that?
Professional businessman. I'm a professional businessman.
That was in the other dating show.
That was in the other dating show. And then we've got a guy who's dressed casually. He's got a pair of slacks and a sweater on. And then we've got Brad Pitt circa 1996 with a blue like
toboggan,
a ski beanie on the top of his head that was very popular back in the 90s, by the way.
And a flowery
shirt.
Short sleeve button down.
And then, I don't know, those chef's pants? They look like chef's pants.
Are they pleather?
I don't know what they are, Chrissy, but it's bad. It's all bad. It's all bad
like
for this guy.
Fred Durst.
I know. Fred Durst. That one year he was popular.
Woo, woo, woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! I want to suck his dick! I've never seen a single man before!
Well, hello, number one. What's your name and where'd you come from?
Hi there, Scylla. I'm Alistair and I'm from Edinburgh.
What does our Alistair do?
Well, Scylla, I'm a chartered accountant.
Really?
I can hear you all. I hear what you're thinking.
Did people
You're thinking I'm just
boo him?
Yeah, people booed him because he's a chart accountant. Whatever the fuck a chart accountant is. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the tax commission.
Yeah,
and,
maybe.
Yeah, but he's instantaneously defensive.
Yes.
He's like, I can hear what you're thinking.
boring, number crunching,
I'm not
bean
thinking
counting, calculator pushing, boring anorak person. It's not like that.
I'm just here.
Oh, okay, Billy, settle down. It's okay, bud. You have a job. We got it. 10-4.
I've asked you a question.
We
what
are
do you do?
flamboyant accountants. We all are. I'm here to stand up and be counted for accountants and say that we are fun.
Are you?
It's
Chartered accountants.
We have casual Fridays where I wear no tie. One time I had sex from behind. I own a Playboy magazine. I have 2 glasses of wine with dinner on Saturdays. What Looney Tunes.
They're the fun chart accountants.
Oh, yeah, the fun chart accountants.
I know what you're thinking. It's not like that.
You keep saying that. You know what we're thinking.
It's a financial jungle out there. I'm not an accountant. I'm Indiana Jones in the Temple of Debits. I'm a financial freedom fighter.
What you are is an extraordinarily boring human being. If you get this jazzed up about your job, I would just be like, I'm an accountant. Yeah, what of it? Sometimes I show up without pants on. I do blow in the afternoon. I'm banging both secretaries, man and woman.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's hilarious. Okay.
I throw eggs at the office building next door. What do you got?
From the moment I dive to my desk in the morning, I spend my whole day tackling the perils of projected profit, battling through sweat and tears to break the backs of badly balanced books, cavalierly calculating cash flows. I could go on all night about this, Scylla.
You have.
Yes,
She is so funny.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's enough. We got it. You rehearsed this beforehand. How long did you sit in the mirror, Billy?
It was probably the same producers that you
Oh,
had,
yeah.
that you interviewed with.
Oh, my God.
Pressure Luck. They're like,
All right.
Act enthusiastic.
You're a what? A chart accountant? What exactly is that? Make it sound exciting, or we'll make you look like an idiot.
Would you use this man for an accountant? Oh, they like you. So you like your job then?
I do, Scylla.
I'm so getting laid tonight by my own hand. This is a reason to whack off.
Thank you, Scylla.
All right.
Thank you.
Enjoy blind date number 1. He's lovely. Hello, number 2. What's your name and where'd you come from?
Hi, I'm Stuart and I'm from Lincoln.
All right, I like Stuart. Stuart's got a laid back, but laid back look, laid back personality. He's from Lincoln, wherever the fuck that is. Sounds like a great place to grow up.
Stuart from Lincoln. Now, dare I ask what you do.
I'm actually a sales consultant for a furniture retailer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You see, I mean, you brought...
Furniture salesman.
I sell recliners. I'm a furniture sales consultant.
That was a good way to soften it.
Yeah, you got it. That's right. I'm an industrial environmental engineer. I clean up kids' puke at the local elementary school, which, by the way, is a job. So there you go.
A little bit of calm to blind date, yeah. Mind you, I'm looking at you, you're gorgeous. You don't have any problems attracting the opposite sex.
Well, you know, I mean, I don't mind boasting, but sometimes a wine and dine the best what Lincoln's got to offer, I suppose.
Really?
I don't mean to brag, but my dick's been everywhere. I got more miles on my cock than I do on my car. What do you say, Priscilla? Let's take one for a ride back home. By the way, I don't really think this guy's like gorgeous.
No,
the way
when
she's
she
saying
said
it is.
gorgeous, I was like, yeah. I mean,
look at her.
well, yeah. She likes him.
That's right.
The problem, no, he does have a problem.
Yeah, I do.
You do have a problem because you've got a low boredom threshold.
Yeah, that's true. I've got what I call a 7-day itch.
Right, what does that mean? 7-day itch.
Well, it's nothing bad, obviously. What it is...
You can take cream for that.
She said you can take a cream for that. He said he gets the 7-date itch. The 7-date itch. Date.
Okay.
Like after the 7th date, he's done.
Yeah.
No, basically, if a girl basically doesn't float my boat, you know, then obviously she can walk the plank, because I just want to get rid of the deadwood, Scylla.
Oh,
you know, I just want those other
walk the plank. What does that even mean? Jeez, wow. What a dick. What a dick.
In the sea, so why not find them?
Walk the plank into the sea.
Yeah, I've got the 7-date itch and it's your fault. I got to go to the doctor's office. Get out. Walk the plank. I can see him like he's got a penthouse in some small building in Lincoln, and he's got a big board out the side of the window.
Yeah, get out there.
Leave out the plank window. Again? Yes. Dive of shame. Do the dive of shame.
Naughty Stuart. So what you're saying is, I mean, you get bored after 7 days being with a bird, is that right?
Well, no, I just haven't found that one yet, so...
You haven't found that special one?
Oh, yeah.
How do you dump the birds, then?
Well, my main favourite, really, is to use the mobile phone. The text message...
Ooh, we don't like this guy. No. You never use a phone to break up with somebody unless they're a little Looney Tune. Then you can break up with them. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
So half of my breakups have been on phone, but it's only because they were a little. Yeah, sometimes you got to do it on phone. Yeah. I get it.
But kind of a dick move.
Yeah. What's that?
That's kind of a dick move.
It is a big dick move. Yeah.
Please speak to them on the phone. Oh, Stuart, you've got no chance. You're here. No wonder you've had to come on blind date. My goodness.
I'm excited for the next guy.
Yeah, I'm excited for the next guy. I wonder what he's going to sound like.
Dude, he's like Spicoli.
Yeah, he's like the British Spicoli. What do we want to guess his profession is? I'm going to say like fishmonger, chef.
Yeah, no, any of those.
Weed dealer. Yeah.
Sailor.
Weed dealer.
Number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, number 3. What's your name and where do you come from?
My name's Robin and I'm from Kent.
Hey, well, a very big hit out there with our audience. Why do you think this is, sweetheart?
Oh, my LBH.
LBH.
Lucky Blue Hat.
Oh, the Lucky Blue Hat.
Oh, when you start naming your pieces of clothing, you got entirely too much time on your hands. It's like naming your dick. Never once have I named my dick. Anybody that names their dick has too much time on their hands. Or they think too highly of themselves.
First of all, tell us what you do in your Lucky Blue Hat.
Well, what I actually do is I'm an overqualified labourer.
Ah, really?
Overqualified laborer, says every laborer ever. I mean, listen, I don't have the balls to be a laborer. That's why I got this mouth on me, because I figured if I can't carry things, I better start talking. I'm an overqualified podcaster also. both of which take about the same amount of effort.
Sweet. Now, you call this your lucky blue hat, your LBH.
Yeah.
So why has it been so lucky for you?
Well, I go about and then I go onto, like, buses, trains. People give up their seat for me. Go in the pub. Oh, do you want a beer? Cheers, mate. I'll have that.
So what about...
Wait, do you have a hat that gets you free beer? I want in on that. Free seats on the... First of all, who's taking seats from people on the subway? What a dick. I hate when I go on to like a train at the airport or something like that, and there's like obviously a woman that needs a seat.
Yeah.
And I'm not like, okay, women can take care of themselves. I get it 100%. But I still believe in a little bit of chivalry.
Yes,
like if
I
there's
agree.
a pregnant woman or an older lady or, you know, if there's a woman with children or there's a woman who looks like she needs a seat, you know what you do? You give up your seat. That's what you do. That's how I was taught. And I want to teach my children the same thing. But, you know, when you're walking onto a bus and people just stand up, it's probably because you smell bad. I don't think it's your LBH.
Right.
I think it's your lack of DO.
Yeah.
Girls, then, I mean... What? Do you go out wearing this hat all the
free
time?
entry into clubs, obviously, through the LBH.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stand in the centre of the club.
Yeah.
And they come swooning. It's like a babe magnet.
Right. I bet that LBH stinks.
Yeah, that LBH has got to be.
It's been around.
Yeah.
For a while. Going to smoky clubs and on dirty buses and bars.
Gotta be really dirty hair. It's your RDH. It's hiding your RDH, your really dirty hair. It's gotta smell bad.
Well, because if it's a lucky blue hat, he probably does not wash it.
No, he never washes the lucky blue hat. You don't want to ruin it. You wash it, it's going faster. It's going to start melting away. The inside of that hat must be a whole situation going on. Probably smells like Nico.
It does. Or like blue rolling in the mall.
Yeah, but that's right. It's rolling around that dirty hair of yours all day long. And who's letting you into a club for free because of a hat? What is that? I show up with 10 beautiful women. I can't get into the club. This dude comes with a dirty hat that smells like Nico, and he gets in right away? Really?
To the front of the line, sir.
Sir, your LBH this way, please. Stand back, ladies. LBH coming your way. Look out. It's pungent. It's pungent. It smells like... It smells like blue cheese fondue. Right this way. What is that smell? It's my LBH. Oh, Billy, you're turning me on. I've smelled undersides of scrotums that smell better than that.
Thanks.
Thanks. That's what I was going for. A musty busty. That's what I'm having.
You like to see him without his hat on?
Take it off. Take it off. Oh.
Looks like Lane Staley from Alice in Chains. But better looking.
Well.
I love Lane, but you know.
Oh my God.
That heroin will do a number on your face.
Yeah. Does he have what necklace does he have on?
Oh, it's probably one of those fucking hemp necklaces that I also was wearing for 10 years that also smelled like Nico. Yeah. You wear a hemp necklace for more than 6 months. If you like to shower, if you like water of any sort, that hemp necklace is going to start smelling immediately.
Now, the face is saying something to me.
Brad Pitt.
I was thinking more of armpits, really.
Oh,
You think you look like Brad Pitt?
I've been told I do.
You've been told you do. Oh,
No,
put the
those
hat on.
teeth
Get
are
it back
not
on.
Brad Pitt.
No, those teeth have nothing to do with Brad Pitt. Neither do those lazy eyes. Like they're falling off to the side. I mean, you know, good, nice enough gentleman, but I don't think Brad Pitt.
He's an overqualified laborer.
Whatever that means.
Enjoy Blind Date, all three of you. I shall see you all in a mo. You're all gorgeous. Well, the lads lads all look like they can take care of themselves, but will they be able to handle this lady? Let's find out. Her name's Lisa, and she's from Huddersfield. So come in.
Huddersfield.
These are
Lisa.
Yes. Oh, look at Lisa.
Wow, Lisa.
Wow, she's a catch.
She's a cutie.
Yeah. Another hottie.
Hot girl.
With 3 incredibly uninteresting men.
Look absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
And you've got a great job as well, because you're a graphic designer.
I am. I'm a graphic designer at a big chocolate manufacturer in Birmingham.
Really? Chocolate manufacturer?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. But you are a graphic designer, and you've done something a little bit special, haven't you, for Auntie Scylla tonight?
I have. Just for you, Scylla, I've designed my very own Scylla's Blind Date Bar.
Isn't that lovely?
Well, let's talk about this blind date bar that she's handing to Scylla right now. This blind date bar was also designed by my 2-year-old daughter. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
It's got some wacky font.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know if I'd hire her,
no,
but you know
how much
effort.
How much graphic design does a chocolate manufacturer need
exactly.
at the end of the day? Right. I mean, really. You don't really change labels all that much. It's not like the chocolate's getting some special design. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
And while I was designing it, I tried to encompass everything about you, Scylla. So, as you can see, it's a great form. It's full of flavour. And it's fat-free.
Oh, wonderful.
So,
I think those two should go on a date.
Yeah, I think there's a little something happening between Scylla and the gorgeous lady that's coming. That would make for a much more interesting episode of Blind Date.
Oh, God bless you. Look at that. Now, we've got 3 really good sweeties over there for you. Have you got any sweet-like questions to ask them?
I have. I've got 3 very good questions.
Well, fire away with your first one.
I've got 3 fantastic questions given to me by the producers directly before I walked out on stage.
Right. Hello, lads.
Hi, Lisa.
Right, question number 1. I love spending hours watching The Simpsons on TV. My favourite character is Lisa Simpson because she's smart, funny, and can use her feminine charms whenever she needs to. If you were a character on The Simpsons, who would it be and why? And that goes to number 1.
I would have to be Troy McClure, because like him, I'm dapper and confident. And if you pick me tonight, I'll be saying to you, "Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might recognize me from such..."
Troy McClure is the guy who was like the announcer on the TV. He was like, "Hi, I'm Troy McClure, and you may know me from such episodes as,
okay.
Don't Set Yourself on Fire," or whatever. I mean, it's been so long since I watched The
Me
Simpsons.
too.
I have no idea. I think The Simpsons for me ended like season 10.
Exactly.
Yeah, it became non-interesting. I mean, I know there's lots of people out there who like The Simpsons.
I'm really excited for somebody to say Homer.
Yeah. I think well, you know the guy in the end's going to say Bart, right?
Yes.
This guy picked Troy McClure because he thought he could do the funny impression.
Yeah.
It really fell flat.
It
But then
did.
again, he is a chart accountant, so we give him a break.
Things as making your blind date dreams come true.
Oh, she is smitten with that. Wow, if she only knew what was behind the curtain.
And the same question to number 2, please.
If you're going to be Lisa Simpson, then I'm going to be Lisa Simpson's saxophone.
Oh. Weird.
Because if you put your lips on me, I'm sure we can make some sweet music together.
Because if you blow my dick trumpet... If you blow my dick trumpet, a special noise will come out of it. Sounds like this. Oh, oh, oh.
That is so cheesy.
Oh my God.
So cheesy.
For some reason, my mind goes crazy places when I say that. What I actually think of is this guy with an erection and she's holding it like a saxophone. And he's like upside down and she's like, and he's like, oh. Oh, a little snapshot into the mind of Brian Dillon.
And last but not least, number 3.
Well, I'd have to be Homer Simpson.
Oh, he said Homer. Homer? That's his dad. That's her dad. He's not an overqualified laborer. I just want to clarify that for 1 minute.
Because he's on my pants. And if you don't believe me, I'll show you later.
He's on your pants? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe he's got a picture of, like, it's like on the design of the pants.
Oh.
If you're wearing Homer Simpson pants around at any stage of life.
You're in trouble.
I know. I went down to Universal Studios, Florida one time, and like they have the Simpsons area. I was surprised to see how many people were wearing Simpsons clothing.
Merch.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. Who knew? I mean, I know they're a juggernaut, but who knew?
Yeah. No, it's all right.
My second question. At work, I've been made an honorary lad for the amount of drink I can put away. What would you be made an honorary member of and why? And that goes to number 3.
Oh, well.
Hold on, I gotta consult my LBH. I'm an honorary member of the LBH Club.
I'm already a member of the Lads Club. As people say, I look like Brad Pitt. So you better snatch me up tonight. If not, it'd be a legendary fall for you.
What club?
The Brad Pitt Club. The Brad's Club? This guy does not. This guy is an underqualified laborer. Yes, he's got rocks in his head. You can literally hear them jangling around every time he tries to answer a question. Do not compute. Do not compute. Say LBH, LBH. Go back to LBH.
LH and Brad Pitt.
Yeah, LH and Brad Pitt. LBH and Brad Pitt. Avoid questions at all costs. It's like his brain is the traffic light at Piedmont and Peachtree.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it does not work.
It doesn't work.
Do you like Brad Pitt? I do, yeah.
I hate Brad Pitt.
Yeah, who doesn't like Brad Pitt? And this is like 1998.
Right.
Like, who really
The
doesn't
heyday.
like Brad Pitt? Yeah, of course.
2.
Okay, I used to be an honorary member of the RSPB until I found out it's full of starlings, not darlings. If you made me a member of your club tonight, then I'm sure I can ruffle your feathers.
Oh, no.
Play my dick trumpet.
What did he even say that he was?
I don't know. The
RBH?
RBH, the Royal something or other. There's always the Royal something or other. RBS, RSP? I don't know. The RSP, the Royal
RSPCT.
Statehood Police. I'm not sure. But what he really meant was play my dick trumpet. Oh.
And same again to number 1.
Well, I would have to be an honorary member of the 80s Music Appreciation Society.
Well, he's fun.
Oh, yeah, he's fun. He's out there. He's listening to Whitney Houston's first album. I want to be with somebody.
He's making accounting fun.
This guy has Huey Lewis in the News written all over him. I actually like Huey Lewis in the
I
News.
do too.
I haven't found what I'm looking for. I'm hungry like the wolf to welcome you to my pleasure dome.
Oh my God. Of course they did.
Questions.
Yeah.
They had to have gotten
Either
it.
that or this guy is really good at preparing for all scenarios with 80s cheesy lyrics. I can't be with or without you.
My final question. As I've said, I enjoy a drink, and if I could be any drink, I'd be a pint of Guinness because I'm dark, creamy, and full of body.
Yes, we can see that from here.
You would drink.
Wow. She's a little sassy lass, isn't she?
Those two.
What would you be and why? And that goes to number 1.
Well, as I'm currently working in Paris, I would have to be a French espresso because it's stimulating, sweet, and guaranteed to keep you awake all night.
Oh. Hey, you want to borrow my dick trumpet?
Oh, that's
Oh my God!
In Paris,
Throw in Paris. Of course he
in
did.
Paris.
Yeah, and that's not a drink. It's not an alcoholic. Come on, you knew the spirit of the question. That guy's never had a drink in his life.
Except there's 2 glasses of wine.
Yeah,
on
there's 2 glasses of
Saturday
wine on Saturday night.
And same question to number 2, please.
Well, I wouldn't describe myself as a particular drink, but more as the whole bar.
I also have a dick trumpet.
I'm a whole
I
bar.
can't get it out of my head. I'm a whole bar, and if you put your mouth on my bottle, I'll give you a special surprise.
Because I'm full of variety, you'll always get service with a smile, and I'll guarantee I won't kick you out the door at 11 o'clock.
Is she laughing like that? Uh-oh. It's going to be a long week in Mallorca.
And number 3, please. Same question.
Well, I'll have to be a cup of tea.
What?
He said it'll have to be a cup of tea?
What?
Why? Because that's a national drink?
What?
He had 2 people to prepare for that question. He came up with cup of tea. Last thing you drank? What's the last thing you drank? Last liquid that went down your throat? Cup of tea. Ding, 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 ding.
Because you'd be a mug not to pick me, and I'm good any time, day or night.
She's going to pick him. I know she is. Girls always pick...
No.
These girls always pick the worst. Remember the last one? She picked the worst possible guy.
did.
And
She
she
did.
was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, Lisa, darling, it's making your mind up time. You
Well-
seem quite happy now, but I think you need a little bit of help from our Graham.
I think I do.
Oh, Graham, are you there, Chuck?
I am.
Yeah, he's the blind
Are you
date
there?
guy.
I
yeah,
am.
and the weird thing about this show is I am. Mic check, hello. The weird thing is he goes and then wraps up all the answers that they just gave.
Oh.
It's not that long of a show. Like, I mean, if you
Just 3
if you don't have the brain power to
Yeah.
remember what these 3 dipshits just said.
Dreamy number 1, the caffeine kid who'd really appreciate you. Or maybe it'll be sexy number 2, the high flyer who's hoping to be the best, bar none. Or perhaps we'll...
These are obviously pre-answered because
Yeah.
now this guy is making jokes about their answers.
Yeah.
Homer in on T-boy number 3, who thinks that if you don't pick him, it'll be the Blitz. The decision is yours.
I'll take Celia.
I'll take myself on a vacation. How's that? That's what I'd say. I'd be like, you came up short on this one, Celia, but A for effort.
I've
A
got
for
a
effort.
great vibrator. That
Yeah,
would be
you keep
better
the chocolate. I'm bringing my Brian 3000 electric cock ring with extender.
Who are you going to go for?
Number 1.
Probably the best
wow.
of the group.
Out of the group, yeah. Yeah, number 2 ended up being real creepy.
Yeah.
Dick trumpet.
And number 3 was just out.
Yeah. Oh, let's see how she reacts to these things.
Edinburgh accent. Oh, yeah. But what about the 2 that you turned down? How could you turn down? Yes, he'll be right gutted because he's the first one to be turned down ever. That was number 2. That was Stuart from Lincoln. Come in, Stuart.
Oh my God, he's 10 feet tall.
I know, he's really tall.
Oh, Stuart, now you know how it feels to be dumped like dead.
Oh, Stuart. Now you know how it feels to
Now
be
you're
dumped.
dumped like deadwood. That's what she said. She is awesome. This lady is awesome. I could see why Britain is in love with this lady.
You also turned down number 3. That was Robin from Kent. How could you?
Thank God she dodged that bullet.
Yeah, thank God she dodged that. He'd be living on her couch tomorrow. He'd be like, can we just stay in one hotel room and I can get the cash for weed?
I've got the LBH.
I got the LBH. Is that cool? Hey, do you mind if I drop my bags at your house before we go? No, all my other bags. The ones I'm not taking.
Stand by, Lisa. Here is your blind date for this evening. You chose number 1. That was Alistair from Edinburgh. Come in, Alistair.
she's like, oh, shit. I got the guy with the tie. Yeah. Who wears a suit and a tie on this show? Oh.
Yeah, she was like, yeah. And now you two are going on vacation.
This is the closest I've been to a real live woman ever.
You're totally gobsmacked now, Alistair, aren't you?
She doesn't know what I do for a living.
Are you worried?
A bit.
Well, don't be. He's an accountant with attitude. a lot of attitude. Who's going to choose where you're going on your blind date?
She was really turned off by that.
Yeah,
like she said accountant, like she was visibly upset
That's
by
why
this.
the people booed. I think, when he came out.
Why? Why does it matter if you're an accountant? What's the big
People
deal?
hate him.
Yeah, okay. People hate him. Die!
Yeah, go for it.
Is she gorgeous or what?
Yes. Do you want me to do it?
What does it say?
To Corfu!
What?
Carfoon? Where is Carfoon? We're going to Carfoon! You're going to spend 5 miserable days in the snowy plains of Carfoon. You'll see cows, and more cows. As you stay in the one and only bed and breakfast open since 1807. Run without heat or water for the last 277 years. You'll enjoy a long stroll along fields of manure. Have a nice drink and a warm tea at the local restaurant, Mom's House. Named after someone's mom.
Car food.
It is. And it says here, it's all Greek from now on in the fabulous island of Corfu. There'll be fun in the sun on the beach, a chance to explore the wildlife on a jeep safari, and a chance to explore the nightlife in one of the oldest tavernas in town.
Well, you were right
about
the
let's hope you have a smashing
about
time
the old
together
tavern.
and come back saying, oh, phew.
Oh, Carfoon. Woohoo, Carfoon. Well, you know, I mean,
it is Greece.
When in doubt, buy tickets to Carfoon. It's always fun. It's never funny. Okay, next time I've got the actual follow-up.
Thank God.
I've got
That's
the
what
follow-up.
I want to see.
Yeah, I've got the follow-up on these two and their trip to Carfoon. So stay tuned. We'll play that. Carfoon. We'll play that over the next couple of episodes. We'll have fun with it. All right.
Yes.
Well, you know, what else can we do? I don't know. We tackled a lot today, and I feel like we were very productive. we tackled the old, I'm in space, I need a ride back.
Trumpet Dick.
Trumpet Dick. Oh, my God. What else did we cover?
A lot.
I don't know. I can't even remember.
Can do for today.
I do think that's all we can do today. But you know what you can do? You can stay in touch with us by going to 66... Let me try that again. You can stay in touch with us by dialing up 661-237-8296. 661, the word best, the number 2, YOYO. Send us a text message, not a spam text message line. Send us, right now we want stories of infidelity. Crazy stories of infidelity. Doesn't have to be yours, it can be someone else's. Send it on in. If you want to use real names, you're an idiot. If you want to use pseudonyms, that's probably a better idea. Or you can write us, tcbpodcast.com. Hit the contact us button. There's a form there. Fill in the story. Let us know how we can get a hold of you so that if we have any questions, we can respond. Stories of infidelity, send them on in. Or if you have a question you want to ask for TCB's advice, also send those on in. We're going to be we're going to be doing those stories.
Ask Uncle Brian.
Ask Uncle Brian. And the pet psychic is coming next week. I didn't want to
bring it up.
I got it. I figured it out. Yeah. I figured out how to dial this person in.
Bring up another one of our failed.
Yeah. We did a test. We ran it through. We got it. The world's most. Well, I don't know how to say this. The world's most prominent pet psychic is coming on TCB. And thank you, everybody, that sent in the pictures of their pets. We'll get your questions answered. We'll get a feel for what your animal's thinking. And youtube.com/The Commercial Break is where you find all the episodes a couple days after they air at The Commercial Break on Instagram. We may start making posts again, so you never know. You want to be dialed into that for
Just
sure.
in case.
TCBpodcast.com, 661-237-8296, youtube.com/The Commercial Break. Chrissy, I think that's all we can do for today.
I think so, Brian.
Well, I love you.
I love you.
Best to you.
Best to you.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. Until next time, Chrissy and I do say, we always say, and we must say, bye.